Hi Capricorn, welcome to your monthly reading for April. Okay, so this month, I feel like there is a really strong energy of creating like your own space, creating your own story. It's like almost some of you may even be rewriting your story. You may be noticing what has really contributed to the patterns in your life up until now. And I kind of feel like this is something that's leaving you actually, like this is an energy that's starting to be put behind you. The processing, the understanding, the kind of like knowing where things are coming from or how they might have started. And it's like you're rewriting your story. You're kind of looking at your life and thinking, what do I want it to be? What do I want it to look like now? There's a lot of inner courage and inner bravery, decisions that you're making silently on your own internally that are going to help you really take back your power in situations where you may have felt like you lost your power or lost your voice. I think there's a lot of clarity that's coming in for you there. So this is a really powerful month in having a really strong sense of what you want and what you want to build. And there may even be some like residual energies from the past or experiences with, I don't know, like with family or relationships or just things that have been. And it's like, but that energy seems to be eroding away. You know, it's like maybe like the last remnants. I'm hearing the word remnants. So you may just be kind of experiencing the last remaining remnants of things from the past. Or even just karma. I feel like karma is a really big word here that keeps coming up. But I feel like in the sense that you're looking at maybe karmic relationships that you've had in the past, even not just romantically, but with like friends or family. You know, sometimes our family we can have like karmic parents or karmic siblings. You know, what kind of lessons have they taught us and how have they brought us to where we are now? So again, and that's interesting because now I'm also hearing perspective. And I remember that was a really powerful message for one of your weekly readings was, you know, seeing something in a different light. So for some of you, it could be about looking at relationships from your parents and kind of looking at, you know, changing the way we look at it. You know, it's like, what did they teach me? What were some of these experiences that they taught me? So that's going to resonate differently for different people. So I just kind of feel like that's a bit of the underlying energy here for this month. So let's see what we have coming up here for April. I'm going to do the reading just a tad bit differently. I'm just going to pull out all the cards out first. And then we'll go into the messages as we're pulling out the clarifying cards here. Oh, wow. Okay. A lot of independent energy as well, kind of building. It's like you're kind of wanting to rebuild, but on a more it's like, you know, things that just, you know, are kind of built on. See, that Tower card is what are we ready to break down? What kind of foundations are we ready to break down? Or belief systems or things that we thought we should build our life around, or I feel like those things are kind of coming down to the foundation. Some of you may also be looking for like people that you really want to connect with on a different level. So some of you may even be experiencing newer connections or just different kinds of friendships, different kinds of relationships that match you better with who you are now or where you are right now in your life. Newer, fresher experiences. Near future for Capricorn for this month, April. How's Capricorn feeling? Yeah, you might just be really in like a contemplative space as well. I'm really needing to sort through things. Some things may be coming up to the surface and you're seeing something in a different perspective and allowing yourself to process it. So you can kind of, I'm seeing like putting things into categories, like where does this belong? Where does this memory belong? Where does this relationship belong? And kind of sorting through things in a very methodical and analytical way almost, even if they are emotions. Some things need to like almost having a clear picture of where we are at, taking an assessment of where we're at. It's in Capricorn's environment. Hopes, dreams, and desires. Yeah, new horizons, like wanting to experience new things, wanting to move forward in your life, putting things behind you, point your compass in a different direction. I'm seeing career changes or career moves for some different career moves. And I almost kind of feel like there's some career moves that are really unexpected. It's almost kind of like there's something that is going to be released or lifted internally on an energetic space, and it's actually going to help you to find, it's either going to help you to get out of your own way, or it's going to help you see something more clearly, so you know how to, you'll have better direction or clarity. If some of you are feeling a bit conflicted in terms of career, or like, where should I go next, or what should I do next? I feel like there's some clarity here on what direction to go in for this month. Final outcome for this month of April. 9 of Fire. Beautiful. Yeah. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, Queen of Water. Beautiful. So a lot about self-care, self-love, and also maturity is also actually what I'm hearing. I'm hearing emotional maturity, which is interesting because I haven't really heard that word with this particular card before, with the Queen of Water. Yeah, this is all about paving a new path for yourself, putting the past behind you, building independence, having something to hold on to for yourself, and redefining things. This is all about rewriting your story and redefining things based off of what you want, not what you feel like someone else would want for you or what would be acceptable. I feel like there's something really brave about what you're doing, and it's an internal bravery. You know, it's like this. Some of those things where other people outside of you may not understand, they may, but it's almost like they won't be able to really sense the gravity of how big of a move it is to kind of like go another direction or to walk away from something. So I really feel like you guys are almost like making a statement in your life in terms of some of the choices that you're making moving forward. Okay, so let's look into the Tower and the Two of Water here. So what's coming up for Capricorn? What is this about? The Tower and the Two of Water. So this is definitely some kind of hearing here that this is more about a change in patterns when it comes to relationships. So this is not necessarily, for some of you, you could be going through some kind of separation or some kind of breakdown of some kind of relationship. But actually, I'm not really sensing that. I mean, it could be, but what I'm actually feeling is the way relationships have gone for you, like those old patterns, are changing now. So I feel like a lot of you are going to start experiencing different kinds of partnerships. So if you are looking for love, if you are looking for some kind of connection with another, I feel like the way that that's going to show up for you is going to be different now, because you've healed so much, because there's so much that you've seen clearly now, and you're awakening, you're living more from that awakened space. So the connections and relationships that start to come in here for you, they're going to look different. They're going to feel different. They're not going to be built on the same kinds of foundations or the same kinds of dynamics that they used to be built on. So for a lot of you who have really been doing that inner work and have really worked through a lot of that, energy, I feel like you're going to start experiencing different. And I kind of feel like this is more on a romantic level. So if you are looking for love, then this is, I feel like there's some of you may even have someone in your life that there's like a healing happening. There's a healing happening within some kind of connection that may have been built on some imbalanced foundations. And it's almost like it's being rewritten, it's being regenerated. It's coming down, but for the purpose of it being rebuilt. So some of you may even be experiencing a rebirth in relationships in that way, but in a better way, in a way where there's more balance and harmony within the connection. So that's really beautiful here too. And so then we have the Six of Swords clarifying that. So again, this is about walking away from things that don't work, things that are out of alignment, and things that tend to create imbalance in a connection. So doesn't necessarily mean that a relationship is ending, but it does mean that the dynamics in a relationship are changing. And for others of you, this is a relationship could be ending, walking away from something that does not support your growth, that does not support your alignment. I feel like you are consciously making the decision to weigh anchor and to travel on in another direction. I feel like this is almost something that you're going to actively do. I don't feel like this is something that is going to all of a sudden happen to you. I feel like this is something that you are almost wanting to induce kind of like some shift shift or change within how something tends to go. So I feel like that may be a really strong focus here. But I feel like it's a result of many different changes, internal shifts and changes in your life. Yeah, okay. Actually, let me pick one more here. I kind of feel like I want to ask with the Six of Swords. Can we know any more information about the Six of Swords? The King of Swords and the Moon. So I feel like this is all about trusting the unknown. With the King of Swords here, I feel like Capricorn, this is about you having, again, clarity. So King of Swords is someone who is very clear about what they want, but is a leader in their own life, is like really good at trusting their own mind, trusting their own senses, has really learned that skill and has adopted that skill. So I also kind of feel like with this King of Swords, very determined to manifest what they want in their life, and they're willing to take the risks. I'm kind of sensing here, willing to take the risks, especially because we have that Moon card. There's a lot of unknown. We don't know where we're really headed. We're walking away from something. We're allowing something to kind of break down. And I feel as though walking to that unknown and trusting our instincts, trusting our awareness is going to help to move something forward. But I also feel like, again, that bravery, bringing that bravery. And I also feel like there's strategy involved. There's something here about needing to be strategic about the way we are moving forward in something. So this is going to be a pretty significant time in your life where you're making big, bold moves. It's like there's something about making a statement in your life. Like you're making a statement about something, about what you're willing to tolerate, about who you're willing to keep around in your life, or you're really taking command and control. The sword, the needle is in her hand. You know, she gets to choose what she wants to weave into her life, what she wants to sew into that fabric of her life. What is the story? What is her story? What does she want that to look like? So very powerful, very sitting in your empowerment, and also not really being swayed by what other people think, not being really off-put by other people's opinions right now. I think that it's more about you and what you want for your life. So very beautiful, Capricorn. Okay, 4 of Earth and 9 of Earth. So this is all about holding on to your abundance. This is all about independence. This is all about holding a candle to your dreams, your wishes, your security, your own comfort, feeling like you have your own support, like you have your own back. I think that I really like this combination of 4 of Earth and 9 of Earth, because this is all about stability, balance, bringing harmony to your life. And I feel like that's where your main focus is. I feel like that is the undercurrent of a lot of the motivations behind why you're doing what you're doing. I feel like you being able to feel like you can take care of your own, or look at that. We have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is really beautiful, because I feel like for those of you who are really connecting with another person in terms of a love romantic relationship, I feel as though you being able to find some sense of security, independence to yourself in terms of money, career, being able to kind of have your own thing is actually attracting a partnership that's going to help, bring that 9 of Earth to like a 10 of Earth or 10 of Pentacles. So a long-term stable relationship. So I kind of feel like this is the motivation, the long-term goal towards what you are building for yourself. And so a lot of the changes that you're making in your immediate future or in your reality right now has this goal to it. It's like, okay, first I need to kind of break away from this, or I need to say goodbye to some of these connections and patterns because they're not serving me. This is only keeping me from achieving that 9 of Earth and then the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like this is all about your stability, your security, and being able to just kind of have your own thing. You're really breaking away you're untethering yourself from things that have held you back in the past. So very beautiful and empowering, Capricorn. Okay, patient. So I feel like you've had to be very patient. I feel like you've had to be very consistent, even at times where you didn't really know what was going on. Or I feel like you're watching and learning and waiting. Here with the Page of Swords and the Patience card, this is about kind of watching and waiting and trying to understand things, trying to, and some of you maybe even either this is you or this is someone else. Maybe some of you are connecting with a King of Wands who has been watching you and kind of trying to figure out how to approach you, almost is kind of what I'm feeling. I feel like there's someone on standby. And for others of you, this could also be, having to really relearn something or learn something new in order to go passionately towards your goals and your dreams. I feel like some of you may have been waiting for some kind of insight into where am I supposed to go? Where is my passion? Where is my dream? And maybe there's been this trial and error, kind of playing around, exploring. Page of Swords has this exploratory energy to it as well. So understanding, learning, kind of figuring out, where do I belong? Where do I want to go? So I feel like you're coming from that energy, but I feel like you're moving on to newer things. I feel like you're going to have some sense of direction this month or clarity about which way to go. Three of Earth is all about collaboration. It's all about support, working with others. Seven of Cups. So lots of options, lots of choices, or also trying to figure out, where do I belong? Where do I fit? Who do I want to work with? Who do I want to collaborate with? You may have several pathways opening up here for you. And I feel like you're creating those pathways. You're creating those, you're opening the doors yourself. You're opening your own doors. And it's giving you lots of options and choices. Five of Wands. I feel like you're willing to fight for what you want as well. I feel like you see yourself as a worthy opponent, is what I'm hearing. And I feel like you see yourself as someone who, really wants to join the competition. You feel like you have a skill, you have something that you can offer that is of great value. And I feel like this month there may be something about being called to show those skills, show those something that you can do, or a talent of yours, or just even a trait, a strong personality trait, something that you're very good at, something that you can do that's going to work out really well for you. It's almost like you're being called to do that. Maybe someone needs help with something, or you're recruited for something. I'm kind of seeing that here. Can we have one more? Seven of Cups and Five of Wands. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. Look at that. So I feel like this is something some of you may be really expanding in your career, in a career that you have built for a long time, or something that you've been nurturing and growing for a long time. And I feel like some of you are ready to take something to the next level. So for example, if you have a business or you are, an artist in some way, and you want to been kind of honing at your skill, mastering your craft for a long time, and now you're ready to make it into a business. You're ready to start selling your art. You're ready to start putting yourself out there. So I kind of feel like there's this leveling up this month. There's this determination or this motivation, inspiration. And that kind of goes with this energy as well. Kind of patiently working at something, having a lot of passion, or finding your passion. And now you're ready to kind of put yourself out there. You're ready to execute on something. So that's really exciting here, Capricorn. Beautiful. Okay, let's go into the Eight of Air. Why do we have the Eight of Air here for Capricorn? Okay, so maybe feeling a bit stuck on how to get started in our new beginning. So really wanting that Nine of Pentacles. So that showed up here twice. So I kind of feel like this is a really strong desire for you guys. The Nine of Pentacles, having that financial freedom, independence, feeling free, wanting to transition from one stage in our life to the next, really wanting to get there. But feeling a bit stuck on how to do it, maybe not being able to see how something is going to happen. How is this new beginning going to happen? Really, really ready for our new beginning. When is my new beginning going to come? So what kind of guidance does Spirit have for this, for Capricorn, for the Nine of Pentacles and the Fool? Okay, Page of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So I feel like here there's something about coming out of your comfort zone or coming out of a different way of doing something than we've always done it. And I feel like that's something that you might be doing this month, like kind of finding like a different approach. And it's almost like what I'm hearing is, if you kind of walk one direction or take one route on your way home from work every day, it's almost like one day you decide to take a different route, and that route leads to something. There's like something on the path on that route because you decided to take it that one day that's going to kind of change something for you. You may find something, encounter something, experience something, and that just kind of changes everything around. So in a metaphorical way, that's kind of what I'm sensing here in terms of this new beginning that you're wanting to create. I'm kind of feeling like with the Eight of Air, this is almost about coming out of a sense of stagnancy, coming out of a place of, like repetition or needing to kind of do something. If we feel like we're kind of doing something in the same way that we've always done it, I feel like there's these, even with the Page of Pentacles, what I'm hearing is even making small changes. The small little changes will actually contribute to the whole. And that will help you it'll bring you closer and closer to the Nine of Pentacles. So another example could be this, and I'm not telling anybody that they need to do this, but this is just the example that's coming up in my mind. Like if we want to, we're on like a weight loss journey or something like that, it's, maybe not tackling the entire goal all at once and overwhelming ourselves. But, in order to get to that wish fulfillment that we have, Nine of Pentacles is also a wish fulfillment card. It's like, maybe we can just start drinking some more water, more than what we normally do. If we drink 6 glasses, maybe we can drink 8 glasses. So, it's like that. The Page of Pentacles here is saying making those small little changes can also help. It will also help to kind of bring us closer and closer to this Nine of Pentacles. So moving forward, looking on ahead. So I hope that's helpful for someone here. Okay, let's keep going. All right, your emotions, Four of Water. So a little bit emotionally in our own space, not really maybe wanting to kind of emotionally connect with other people right now, or just being very reserved or discerning about where we put our emotions. I'm also kind of feeling like being very, I like the word discerning because that seems to be really strong here. There may be some people around you where sometimes you feel like they just don't get you, or they're not really understanding where you're coming from. And so a lot of times whenever you speak or you say something, you may feel a bit invalidated. So I kind of feel like instead of needing to, kind of argue with them, not saying that you would do that, but I'm just saying like, if you feel like if I try to explain myself, it's going to end up in an argument, I rather just kind of conserve and preserve my energy. And if I kind of sense that this person, out of their own reasons, out of just for their own personal reasons, I feel invalidated when I speak to them because I don't feel like they see me or I don't feel like they understand me. I feel like you're going to just kind of withdraw from that. So with the Four of Water, I'm not necessarily feeling like you're just cutting everyone off or you're cutting people off, but I feel like this is more about being protective over your emotions and what you feel, because I feel like you're very determined. You have your heart set on something or a certain type of life or a lifestyle or a certain goal. And I feel like you're being very careful with who you share that with, because I feel like it's really near and dear to your heart. And you just don't want to tell it to anybody, especially those who may be looking. I feel like the looking down is coming from maybe from other people's like own insecurities. So if you're kind of sharing it with someone, they tend to kind of, rain on your parade or try to downplay, they try to kind of dim your light in a sense. I feel like it's from, you're kind of seeing it's coming from their own thing, but at the same time, it doesn't make me feel very good either. And I feel like you're owning that. You're allowing yourself to let something be what it is, and making your own decisions accordingly around that. So again, very empowering here. See, again, Two of Swords. So not really sharing too much about your plans. Maybe some of you have some really big plans for the future. You have a lot of things in the works, but I feel like you're also kind of hard to read right now. I feel like maybe some people feel like, I don't really know what's going on with Capricorn. I don't really know what's going on in their mind. Some things feel a bit hazy, or maybe even for yourself, you could be feeling like, there are a lot of things that I'm processing. There are a lot of things I want to do for my life and in the future, but I'm I'm still kind of figuring it out. I'm not entirely clear in what direction or how something is going to turn up. Again, we had that moon card. So there is a little bit of unknown in the path, and I kind of feel like this year, as I'm doing these readings, I'm noticing that there is this underlying current of almost like spirit kind of training everyone to really trust the path by purposely kind of keeping things in the dark. It's like, because if we know everything, then it's like, what's the point? It's like this test to our ability to trust in our own faith, to trust our own intuition, to trust what we know is right for ourselves. It kind of strengthens that muscle. So I kind of feel like a lot of us are being put through that test right now. Okay, what else do we need to know about the 4 of water and the 2 of swords here? 9 of swords, okay. What are we worried about? Fear, worries. I kind of feel like this is also about being vulnerable or sharing who we really are with other people. See, again, this is about, afraid of being invalidated, or afraid of not being seen in the right light, maybe being misunderstood by other people. So I kind of feel like with this 9 of swords, there's this sense of like a fear of being vulnerable. Again, they may not resonate for everyone. So if it doesn't resonate, don't take the message on. But I kind of feel like there's something here about feeling like, is it okay for me to be myself? Is it okay for me to fully express? Is it okay for me to not feel, super validated by other people, but I can validate myself here. But this is really beautiful here. We have the Sun card on top of that. So I feel like there is a growth process through this. There's something that you're going through internally that's transforming, and it's actually going to deliver you on the other side with a sense of happiness and joy. And it may not feel like it right now because everything seems so kind of unknown and just confusing. But I feel like there's something that you're growing through that is actually going to liberate you. With the Sun card, I feel like there's some kind of liberation that's on the horizon here for you. And I feel like you're growing through something that may have been there for a long time. Like you're seeing, maybe you're seeing something in your life or internally, a part of you that has weighed heavily on you for a long time. And we might have even just gotten used to it being there because it's just been there for so long. But at the same time, it's also contributed to how much it's impacted our life. And there's something here that we're facing, something here that we're looking at day by day, like little by little. It's like we're allowing ourselves to grow through it. We're allowing, again, those past experiences, things to kind of erode away, so we can start again. I feel like with the Sun card, there is new life wanting to be birthed into our world. And in order for that to happen, it's like there needs to be this clearing. And I feel like you're kind of experiencing that right now. So maybe I feel like perhaps by the end of the month, you're going to feel a bit lighter in some kind of area in your life where it has really weighed heavily on you, by allowing yourself to kind of weather the storm of some fears, like allowing yourself to kind of let some things go, or some things that may have held you back in the past. I feel like you're allowing yourself to grow through them. You feel ready to face them. And in order to do that, you may really need your own space. With the 4 of water, like I need some space to kind of figure some things out. I need some space to think. I need some space to kind of process my emotions. Because if I don't do that right now, it's not going to go away. It's just going to delay my growth. It's just going to push things farther down the schedule. So it's almost like needing to really want to look at something, not necessarily because we want to, but almost kind of feeling like I have to though, because if I don't get through this, then I feel like I'm not going to be able to get to that space, that I really want to get to, because it's standing in my way, whatever this 9 of swords is. So, okay. 2 of air. So again, we have the 2 of air. So this is in your environmental sphere. So this could be really allowing yourself to set strong boundaries with other people, not allowing yourself to really be swayed by other people's opinions here. King of Pentacles. Some of you may also be making some really bold choices and decisions for yourself, and maybe some investments, like you're investing in your future. You're building something long-term for your future. But I also kind of feel like it may be something really different from what other people may have wanted you to do or expected you to do. It's almost like you're kind of breaking away from tradition and from some kind of norm, and you're paving your own path. You're kind of like defining things for yourself and doing your own thing. You're really untethering yourself here. Oh my goodness, look at that. King of Pentacles twice. That is amazing. Wow, how powerful. So definitely independence and abundance, and making really strong foundations, building really strong. Wow. Oh my gosh. Look at this. the Lovers, and the Six of Wands. Some of you may also be, again, we have this connection. This is in your environmental sphere. So for some of you, you may be actually connecting with someone who really wants to build long-term with you, who really wants to have that partnership with you, but it's something that is not really revealed right now because it's almost like it's still balancing out. It's still coming into some kind of balance and harmony. So I feel like some of you are actually experiencing a really strong connection with someone who really wants a commitment with you. A long-term commitment, sees you as someone who they really want to build and grow with. There's a confidence here. There's also something about really being connected to seeing it's almost like they see themselves in you and vice versa. So there's also this, and there's a victory about that. It's like being able to see, who is right for you. This is not like a guessing game. I kind of feel like there's a confidence to this. There's a confidence, like I am sure that this person is for me. So I feel like you have that energy around you. So someone really wants to commit to you, Capricorn here. Wow, look at that. Six of Cups, and it could be a relationship from the past. It could be something from childhood. It could be a past connection here. And I feel like there's just a lot changing in terms of the physical world. So maybe their life is changing and your life is changing. And there's a lot of undercurrent, like there's this undercurrent of energy changes that are kind of happening here for you, Capricorn. Beautiful. So I really see love is a really strong thing for you right now. I feel like a lot of you have some kind of almost destined connection that has a lot of potential for long-term commitment on the horizon here for you. But I feel like what's building up to that is your own growth first, like you becoming the Queen of Pentacles and having that Nine of Pentacles first is going to bring you to that the Ten of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles into your life to kind of finish up, to kind of complete the journey there. So very beautiful. How powerful is that? Okay. Not environmental, hopes, dreams, and desires. Three of Fire. Yeah, see again. So we have the Three of Wands and the Three of Fire here are both the same. So it's like wanting to do something in a different way. I feel like you're also kind of experimenting. You're ready for something new. You're ready for something different. You're ready for a change in direction. What do we need to know about this Three of Fire? Knight of Swords. Clarity. I feel like there's a truth. There's some kind of truth that you're seeing that's going to help you to do something in a different way or seek out. You may be looking for some kind of opportunity outside in your environment. Maybe some of you are seeking like a job or you're seeking some kind of collaboration with other people. What is this Knight of Swords? What message does the Knight of Swords have for Capricorn, Three of Fire? Five of Pentacles. Okay. I got chills when I put the Five of Pentacles down. Why did I get chills? What is this about? Oof. This is intense. What is this about? Five of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I'm getting chills from this. Something about the Five of Pentacles. Page of Cups. There's a message. I feel like there's a really strong message coming in here for you. Something about not getting something. I feel like there's some kind of truth here that you're going to see about. So if you kind of experience some kind of loss or lack in either career or feeling left out, feeling like you didn't belong, there's some kind of clarity. It's like you're going to seek information or there's something outside of you. You're going to see something in a different light or someone saying something. There's some kind of communication or connection here that's going to help you to see something about a Five of Pentacles experience that you've had, like maybe a loss of job, loss of opportunity, loss of investment, not feeling like that there's like this being left out in the cold. But it's not just that, it's that some kind of experience here that I think it was a powerful experience for some of you that may have made you feel really ungrounded, perhaps. But I feel like there's like a missing piece coming in, something where you felt like something was missing. And I feel like that's coming in here for you. And we have the Hanged Man. What do we still need to know about this? The Emperor and the Ace of Wands. I feel like it almost feels like there is some kind of information that feels like it's the missing piece to a puzzle that you've been trying to figure out, or you've been trying to put together, or it's almost like, you've been trying to get by with what you have, but there's something missing. And I feel like this month, you're going to get answers to things, or you're going to have clarity to things, and it's going to help you heal something or change something. I feel like the Emperor is actually you here. I feel like this is about you getting something that's going to help you sit in your power, that's going to help you sit in that seat of power. This is very powerful, Capricorn. Okay. And then in your final outcome, you have the Nine of Fire. So, wow, okay. Wounded warrior, and something about the home, something about foundations, the foundations that I feel like a lot of you are closing up a lot of karmic cycles. I really did feel that. And new beginnings. You're ready. I feel like you're ready. It's like you're graduating. You're ready for an abundant new beginning. I feel like you've learned what you needed to learn. You've gone through the experiences that you needed to go through, and you're taking those lessons. You're turning that pain into wisdom, and you're taking the wisdom with you in this new journey. Can we have more about the Ace of Pentacles? This is a really beautiful card here. What else do we need to know about the Ace of Pentacles for Capricorn? Yeah, Queen of Cups. So I feel like this is also about learning how to nurture yourself, care for yourself, put yourself first. There's a real boldness, courageousness to you. Going where other people may be afraid to go. Doing things that other people may be afraid to do. Not because it's bad or wrong, but because maybe it's like they haven't gone through the growth process in order to build that inner strength to make certain decisions or to make certain choices. But you have, because you have the Nine of Fire. You've gone through the trials and tribulations. You've learned the lessons. And this month is all about you powerfully sitting in that seat of power, allowing yourself to not need to explain yourself. I feel like that's really important here. You're not going to feel the need to explain yourself. You're going to be you're very particular about who you give your energy to. Very discerning. We have one more. The World. Look at that. Love that. I love that the World card came out, because I've been kind of talking about, finishing up cycles here, finishing up karmic cycles. And that's the World card. You're ready. You're ready for a new beginning. And again, it's going to happen. I really like that message with the Page of Pentacles, because this is like, may not happen overnight, but it's like these small changes, doing something differently from the way we've done them. And I feel like this is something you'll just intuitively or instinctively know to do. It's like, you'll just figure it out, whatever it is, however it is, or however that shows up in your life, you'll kind of just, start to do something just a little bit differently. Like maybe it's a change in your routine, or, something that you're eating, or you'll just intuitively pick up on it. You're like, I think that, when I eat this kind of makes me feel this way. I think I'm going to stop doing that. So some things may be unconscious, like you're unconsciously not realizing, but it's almost like your soul is guiding you there, because there's this mission, there's this path that that you're supposed to be walking on. And it's like, you're really following that, and you're kind of breaking away from having to keep yourself in a certain space, or it's almost like you're going to see that doesn't serve you. It's not really fulfilling you in any way. Old cycles, old patterns, old connections, relationships. It's just not satisfying. It's like not fulfilling. There's going to be this urge or this desire to kind of do something different, or go in a different direction, or even, make little small changes that will build up here for you. So all happening in divine timing here. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, let's pick some oracle cards here. I really love this deck, because I feel like it's so deep. It's a guidance message for Capricorn for this month of April. Yeah. Trust yourself. Trust your heart. Again, vulnerability. I think that this is that bravery and that strength to be vulnerable to yourself, to kind of allow yourself to what you really want, what your heart really desires. There's something about expression here, really speaking your voice, allowing yourself to be heard, allowing yourself to be seen. But for you to see yourself first, for you to really understand the truth of your heart first. And I feel like once you kind of have that surety, that foundation, that confidence. And yes, this is what I know to be true. This is what I know is right for me in my heart. And I am also aware that the people around me may not agree, that the people around me may not really be supportive of that, or they may even be invalidating, to kind of try to keep something in line in the way that they want things to be. But I see the reality of that now. I see the truth of that now, that really actually has nothing to do with me. And that maybe is what has been holding me back. So I kind of feel like allowing yourself to trust yourself, trust your emotions, trust your instincts, trust your intuition, and releasing yourself from needing to have others, really needing to agree with you is really going to be a very empowering move here for you, Capricorn. So very beautiful. Okay. What is a challenge for Capricorn this month? What will Capricorn be challenged with this month of April? Oops. Okay, that's way too many cards. Okay, thank you. You have to be fair. Yeah, and higher power. So truths being revealed, allowing, and I'm apologize for the dogs in the background. Yeah. So this is, and I actually kind of take that as confirmation. Like, I feel like that's a really empowering, powerful sign. I feel like this is about your higher power kind of revealing the truth of things, lifting the veil. A lot of you may even experience your third eye opening here. A lot of you may also be experiencing an alignment with a lot of your energy centers, allowing yourself to come into alignment with your energy centers, releasing a lot. I'm hearing purging. So a lot of you may be purging on levels that, may be a bit unconscious, but it's still kind of happening there. Wisdom is going to be your best friend this month. Applying your wisdom, accessing your wisdom. I feel like maybe even working or connecting with the crown chakra and third eye is going to be very helpful here as well. Balance, foundation, all that beautiful stuff is going to be really it might be shaking you up a little bit, maybe shaking up your world a bit, because these two cards are in your challenge position. But there is this unraveling of truth that's happening here for you. So very beautiful, Capricorn. Okay. What's something positive for Capricorn this month? What are the positives for Capricorn this month of April? Fork in the road, round and round. See, I love this because this is the positive. So round and round reminds me of those karmic cycles that are coming to an end. So this is something that and it all has to do with the decisions that you're making. You're being asked to make a choice. Do I want to continue a pattern, or do I want to break away from it and do something different? But I also feel like the clarity about what the pattern is and what direction you want to go in is also going to be something that is of benefit to you this month. It's like clarity of what that is and what direction I need to go in. Is going to be really, really helpful. So breaking away from things that are no longer serving you, breaking the cycle, breaking that cycle, the pattern. But I also feel like with the round and round, I'm also kind of sensing being able to see why things happen the way they do, kind of seeing the bigger picture of it, taking the zoom out bird's eye view of, how things have been and why they've been that way, and allowing ourselves to redefine again the story, kind of change the narrative of it's, they're reminding me of that popular Wayne Dyer quote of when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. So I think that that's going to be a really powerful theme for you this month. It's going to set you free from anything you feel like has been binding you or has been kind of holding you back a little bit. It's going to help. What's going to help is for you to some kind of gift of allowing yourself to see something in a different light. So beautiful, Capricorn. Okay, let's do one more here. Self-care. What is something Capricorn can do to take care of themselves this month for April? Embracing change. Yeah. So not resisting. With every loss, I understand that something new is about to be birthed beyond what I can imagine. Yeah. I think this is about going with the flow, allowing ourselves to not resist the change, finding the joy and happiness in every moment as well. Finding the lightheartedness in every moment is going to really help navigate, because it's almost like the change is happening whether we like it or not, as I hope that doesn't sound horrible, but it's like it happens, right? Like it happens whether we like it or not. It's moving whether we like it or not. So it's almost like we can kind of flow with it, learn how to navigate change, learn how to act with it, like kind of go with it, or really resist it and kind of, really fight against it. So I think that that's a choice that we can make here. I'm going to read the message. The dark, fertile space of the unknown welcomes me when I grieve. When I rest in this space, something new can be birthed in my soul, perhaps a new aspect of myself, new resources or values, a new pathway, or a surprising new relationship. I understand that when I grieve for someone or something dear to me, I grieve for an aspect of myself as well. Whatever I may have lost, be it a relationship, a creative project, a job, or a longed-for dream, who I was in relation to that person or thing also seems to have been lost. Though the loss may be painful, holding on can create more pain than letting go. I have the courage and faith to resist filling my inner space too quickly with something known or predictable. Instead, I breathe and allow my soul's wisdom to take its course. I believe, regardless of how things may appear, that change is always happening in the best way for me. Yeah, beautiful. Powerful changes for you, Capricorn, but you're on the right track. I mean, you have some really beautiful things on the horizon. I think the goals, like what you're working towards, has so much stability and security built into it as well. So it's going to be a powerful month here. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you for next month. Bye, Capricorn.